wax model of President Donald Trump stands outside the new U.S. Embassy in London. Copyright Getty Daniel Thomas, Deputy Companies Editor, January 12, 2018. Say what you like about Donald Trump's politics, but the U.S. President knows his real estate. His decision to pull out of the ribbon-cutting at the U.S. Embassy in London's Vauxhall has caused outrage, not least among those who live in South London. But heck, Mr. Trump had a point when, in his early Friday tweet, he called it off location for an embassy. The new embassy is the centerpiece of the vast £15 billion 9 Elms development that is at risk of being overbuilt and underthought. Some agents are already warning that the 20,000 homes will become a wasteland of empty buy-to-let flats owned by Asian investors. Factually, Mr. Trump's tweet that the move was a bad deal cut by Barack Obama was wildly off-beam. The move away from swanky Grosvenor Square was a Bush-era decision, and cost was always secondary to security and space concerns. The old embassy in Mayfair had iceberg-like floors heading underground, but the space squeeze was obvious in the long queues outside for visas. Its external concrete slabs and guard shacks pointed to the security problems, and caused untold sadness to the delicate sensibilities of the wealthy residents of the surrounding Georgian streets. The $1.2 billion price tag for the new embassy given by Mr. Trump is higher than previous estimates, but excusable. The development cost has been put at about £800 million. 6-inch thick bomb-proof glass does not come cheap. The U.S. ambassador has in any case said that the scheme was funded from real estate sales, including the leasehold on the Mayfair site. Although the old embassy's price would have been limited by the listing of the Euro-Saarinen design, the total would have been far from Mr. Trump's peanuts, even if sold near the bottom of the last property crash. Copyright Twitter. But at risk of further raising the hackles of South London's population, Mr. Trump got some things right. The US previously had the best located embassy in London. Meanwhile, the new embassy's board-like cube would stick out anywhere, but its moat-protected frame now stands on a windswept stretch of the Thames that was previously home to sorting offices. Half-filled new builds will make an uncomfortable backdrop for embassy staff, accustomed as some of them are to a short walk for coffee at Ritzy Rico, or martini hour at the Connaught Hotel. Will hurt too. The Qatar's wealth fund bought the old embassy site and is turning it into the sort of glitzy hotel admired by Mr. Trump for clientele who find black cabs reluctant to take them south of the river. The US also cut the deal of last century for its Mayfair site. Under the post-war agreement, the U.S. paid only an annual symbolic peppercorn for use of the land to the Duke of Westminster, a price Mr. Trump would respect. When the U.S. offered to buy the site outright, the Duke's trustee attached one condition: he asked for the return of ancestral lands confiscated at the end of the War of Independence. When the ambassador asked what the property included, the answer was all of Miami. The U.S. Embassy will not be on its own. Apple has agreed to put a new headquarters in nearby Battersea Power Station, which should spring back to life. But there is a saying in the industry: once in property, always in property. Mr. Trump knows the importance of location. There will always be a part of the president's soul hustling for land, just as now there will always be a small corner of a giant South London housing estate that will be forever American. Dan. Thomas at FD.com